So this is the edition of the podcast for this week. We're on just the beginning of May. I'm not sure what today is. May 7th, I believe. Do you know what today is? I think May 7th. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. It's May 7th or 8th, who knows? So, anywho, we had something horrible happen in my little town or little city of Binghamton, New York. A 45-year-old homeless man, and I think I'm right about his age. If I'm not, don't come at me with pitchforks. I didn't want to talk about this, but I feel the need to. I've lived in Binghamton my whole life, except for a brief period where I wintered in Florida because I think I'm all that in a bag of chips. Anyway, very sadly, a 45-year-old man was beaten to death by teenagers. At first, they thought he was going to live, and then he passed away, sadly. Here goes me being controversial. Do I think you should blame the parents? No. And here's why. I will explain my opinion. Because I feel like the Bible says when you hit a certain age, you are responsible. They call it the age of accountability. You are responsible for your own actions. I guess this was part of some internet social media challenge. I don't know. I've never heard of such challenge where you beat up a homeless man. I've been a content creator for about, I don't even know how long, actually. I've had different YouTube channels besides this one. I've had different TikTok accounts. I've been on Twitter, X, or whatever you want to call it. Do I think that, and I've never seen a challenge where you beat somebody up. I've seen the ice bucket challenge, which I didn't do. Because I don't do the challenges. I just don't. But do I think you should blame the parents? No. These kids knew what they were doing. And they went ahead and made a conscious decision to injure somebody who was just going about his daily life. 45 years old. And I think it's ridiculous. Now, there are people on Facebook who be like, well, blame the parents. No, the parents didn't do it. The parents are dealing with enough crap right now as far as feeling bad, I'm sure, about what happened. Don't be coming for the parents. In the drag queen community, when they criticize somebody like, well, you're coming for me. I've heard that a lot said there. Don't come for the parents, because the parents had nothing to do with it. You raise your kids, and I'm sure they told them the difference between right and wrong. And the parents, especially these days when a parent has to work 1, 2, or maybe 3 jobs just to put food on the table. Kids are left alone. I was left alone a lot as a teenager. Did I get in trouble? Not really. I think the biggest thing I did was play Ding Dong Ditch. Where you ring a doorbell and run like hell. But I wasn't allowed to get in trouble because my father knew all the police officers in Binghamton growing up, and I'm sure they were keeping a watchful eye on me. I know they were. I was walking home one time, just an example, at like 3 in the morning in the pouring rain, and a police officer pulled over, and of course, I'm like, what the hell did I do? And he says, Jimmy, get in the back of my car. I was like, oh yeah, my dad, okay. Just an example. And, not everybody's watched by the po-po, by the police. I just feel like it's terrible to say, well, blame the parents. They didn't do it. They didn't kill this man. They had nothing to do with that. And you can disagree, but don't come for me once I post this. They'll be like, well, Jimmy, no, because it's not right to blame the parents. I was, threatened and harassed every day for being gay in my senior year. Did I blame the parents? No, I had my nose busted by a thug. Did I blame the parents? No. You don't blame the parents when a teenager does something wrong. They know the difference between right and wrong. Once you hit a certain age, once you're no longer in the single digits when you're a teenager, you start to learn the difference. Either on TV shows or with your parents or somebody, you learn the difference between right and wrong. My heart goes out to the family of the victim. I'm not quite sure his name right now. But it's a horrible and tragic thing. Yeah, there were cases during the Olympics that were bad. Yeah, George, I agree. When Charlie Manson killed a bunch of people, did we blame the parents? No. I agree they should be tried. Minors, if you commit a crime, should be tried as adults. You know what you were doing, and you did something stupid and senseless. So yeah, and it was senseless. Now they're going to probably, hopefully be going to jail. And their lives are ruined, but gotta learn. My partner and I have been harassed for different things, especially for being a couple. Did I sit there and blame the parents of the teenagers who yelled awful things at us? No. Teenagers can be assholes at times. Teenagers can be nice also. There's such a bad reputation with teenagers, but I've met a lot of nice teenagers. Quick example, and then I'll wrap this up. My partner and I went to Speedy Fest years ago, all excited to see Rick Springfield. And the gate wasn't open. There was some reason why they didn't open the gate to let everybody into the park for the festival. So I had to go into the side, and these teenagers, very nice teenagers, I was upset, obviously, because I wanted to get in and get a seat for the concert. And I was using some choice words, and these teenagers helped me get in the park. And one looked at security and said, well, I thought that was your job. And they were very nice to help me get in the park. They didn't know who I was. And I was so thankful I was able to get a good seat for the concert. I explained later that to security what had happened, and they let me go to the front row. But point is, teenagers aren't all bad people. I think we need to look at society as a whole and say, let's start teaching young people the difference between right and wrong. Because that's just craziness. But I hope everyone has a good day or a good night or a good evening whenever you see this. To end on a good note, my partner's doing really well with his health issues. We had a good appointment yesterday, being Wednesday. It is May 7th.
Yeah.
Wow. Hope everyone's having a great month of May so far. If the damn weather could make up its mind. Yes, I'm also on TikTok. You've seen me post links to my TikTok videos on Facebook. I'm doing better over there than over here, actually, but I'll still keep doing YouTube because I just want to keep
We're all
doing it.
banana balls.
Yes, we like Banana Ball. Check it out. I'll add on a cool note. Banana Ball, check it out. It's a silly name, but a serious game. Critics are saying, "Oh, it's rigged, it's fixed, it's like the Globetrotters." No, but it's not like the Globetrotters, where you obviously know going into a Globetrotter game who's going to win. No, Banana Ball, even though it has a silly name, they named it Banana Ball after our college team, the Savannah Bananas. And Jesse Cole, the creator of Banana Ball, is brilliant. We need more teams, so we don't have to keep seeing the same game. But we have 6 teams currently. I think it is. We need more teams. It's where they play baseball. It's a set 2-hour game, and the rules are different. And there's no running to first. There's no automatic walks to first base. If you get 4 balls, you have to run to first base. Also, if the fans catch a foul ball, it counts as an out, which I think is good. They're all about, the name of the company is Fans First Entertainment, and they put the fans first. It's not a boring game. It's not all drawn out like some games I've been to. It's great. Check that out. It's on. A lot of the games are posted on their YouTube channel. Every team has a different YouTube channel, I think. George likes the party animals.
Texas Tailgaters, too.
And he likes the Texas Tailgaters. We saw a game.
Tailgaters.
Yeah, Tailgaters. We saw a game between the Texas Tailgaters and the Savannah Bananas. And, twice we've seen Texas Tailgaters play the Savannah Bananas. And the Tailgaters just whooped the Bananas, let me tell you. But it's really different. It's really fun to watch. When they were at Yankee Stadium, they did a couple Broadway numbers. We're also going to see Broadway in baseball. That was just fun. They had a game where Ben Platt, Broadway star Ben Platt, sang "The Winner Takes It All" by ABBA. It's just it's a breath of fresh air for baseball, which has needed a breath of fresh air forever. They're all inclusive. And the people are probably wondering that they're all inclusive. I have a jersey, I just have to wash it. George and I both have jerseys he has a Party Animals jersey and I have a Savannah Bananas jersey. But anyway, check that out. Have a good day. No, I was not paid to promote it. I'm just going to because I think it's fun. Have a good day whenever you see this. Leave a comment down below. Even if it's not a comment I want to read, but be respectful. Of course, share your opinion. Alright, you guys have a good day, good night, or good evening whenever you watch this.